everyone, it's John, and it's the 2nd of March. It's a Sunday night, and it is Oscar night, so I'm not going to spoil any of the winners or what happened. I've watched a bit here and there throughout the program, and we can talk about that another day. But I want to ask you a serious question. I want to know from you what you think healthy living really is. So I want you to stop and take a minute and think about that. In your head, in your mind, in your heart, what do you feel truly is, at the essence, healthy living? Now I want you to pull up your Microsoft Word or get a piece of paper and a pen and write down a few things. What you think healthy living really is. What is it? Is healthy living to you going on a gluten-free diet? Well, let me just say, if it is, and you're not faced with celiac disease, and you do not have a wheat or gluten intolerance in any form, step away from the computer and slap yourself. Ow! That actually hurt. Slap yourself, honey, because that's stupid. Going gluten-free for weight loss purposes is the dumbest thing you can do. And it's one of the reasons I hate the gluten-free phase out here. Because you know what? I get it. There are more and more people faced with celiac disease. But what about the diabetics? Where is that low-carb, low-sugar craze that the 90s had? Again, back then, you didn't need to go low-carb. People seem to think sugar and carbohydrates are the enemy, and they're not. The fact is, by going gluten-free, you're not actually taking out the carbs. In a lot of gluten-free products, like gluten-free Oreos, there's a higher sugar content, and in turn a higher carbohydrate content than that of the regular Oreos. A sugar-free, a gluten-free type Oreo that is on the market has about 22 grams of carbs, 17 grams of which are sugar, whereas a standard Oreo, which only has about 14 grams of sugar and 16 grams of carbohydrates, is less. And you know what? The regular Oreo actually has about 40 calories less than the gluten-free alternative. Why? Because when you remove gluten or wheat from a product, you increase the sodium, the sugar, the total carbs, and the fat, especially the saturated and trans fats. Wow. So what is healthy living? Is it going on a 60-day juice fast? Is it paying $70 a month to be part of the Atkins diet, which is going to cure you from everything? No. Believe it or not, things that you can't sustain lifelong are not really diets. They're marketing scams. And the fact is, there are stupid North American citizens like you guys, let's be honest, who are dumb enough to pay $70 a month to buy a book that you think is going to cure you of your weight issues. You think it's fine to go to a meeting where they're going to teach you how to count points and your life is going to be saved. I know people in my immediate and extended family who have done Weight Watchers. And while they have lost 50 pounds, the minute they have finished Weight Watchers, they have gained it all back plus more. Just saying. Now, how do I, John, actually say that I've been able to not only lose the weight, but keep it off and continue to lose more? Because of something I like to call healthy living. Now, what is healthy living, John? Just tell us. What is it? Well, it's 5 simple things that you can be doing every day that a genius doesn't need to figure out, that any person can do. And here they are. I'm going to give you the secret to weight loss. Okay? And I'm not going to charge you because I'm not stupid. This is not a marketing scam. This is the secret. Here's what you have to do. Step 1, eat better. Step 2, get off your lazy ass and exercise. Step 3, sleep better. Step 4, drink water. And step 5, deal with your business, girlfriend, and handle your stress. These 5 things all affect weight in some manner. Step 1, you need to eat better. So you need to figure out what that is. It needs to be something you can do lifelong. It needs to be something that's healthy and balanced. And that a regular health professional, and I'm not talking about Dr. Atkins, or Dr. Bernstein, I'm talking about your general practitioner doctor, will put their name behind. Now, that could be going to see a registered dietitian and having them create a plan for you that works. That could be working with a nutritionist at a health club that is certified to help you eat better. Okay? I won't tell you what that is. You need to find that out for yourself. But it needs to be something healthy that's going to promote a better you. It's going to help you deal with health issues you have, and it's going to help you manage your calorie and your calorie intake and getting you to eat a variety of healthy foods. Okay. Step 2, exercise more. Now, the diabetes associations around North America say 30 minutes 5 times a week of cardio and 20 minutes 3 times a week of strength training, core exercises, and stretching every day. That's simple, right? It's as easy as starting out with a small walk. Walk around the block once a day for a whole 5 days and see how you feel. Start small and build up. Nobody's saying you have to run a 5K. It's as simple as finding a cardio and a strength training type exercise that you can do yourself. Whether that means working with a personal trainer, joining a walking club with your friends, or calling up somebody and going to the mall. Even 20 to 30 minutes of walking around the mall, looking into stores, is considered cardio exercise. As long as you feel a brisk pace and your heart rate getting up, that's all that matters, right? Step 3 is to get better sleep. Now, I'm not saying I want you to sleep the best 4 hours of your life. And I'm not saying to sleep 9 hours. If it's 2, 3, broken up. What you need is a quality amount of sleep that is good, solid sleep. So if you can get 7 hours of good quality sleep a day, or even 6 hours of good quality sleep a day that is straight through, that you feel well rested, that's all I ask. If you can't, maybe you need to go and see your doctor and figure out why you can't do that. It could be that you're not eating well enough, that maybe you're not exercising, maybe your body is just run down because you're dealing with too much stuff. See how it's all interconnected? Boom! And when you deal with everything, the weight should work itself to the right angle. If not, something's off. Next, once you've dealt with your sleep, you gotta hydrate, honey. They say 6 to 8 small glasses of water a day is the minimum. Minimum. I would say 8. They say 6. If you can do that, at least you're drinking water. The key thing is to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Now, if you need to put water in a cup and add Crystal Light or Crystal Splash stevia packets or something in there to give it more flavor, or add fruit, go ahead. However you get your water intake, doesn't matter as long as you're drinking more water. Okay? Hydrate yourself. And the final thing you need to do is manage your stress. For some people, they manage their stress by eating more, and that's stupid. Eating your feelings is not going to help you. You need to go see a psychiatrist or a doctor or somebody that can help you with those issues. Because a lot of the times, that's what's holding you back from the weight loss. Jillian Michaels, Bob Harper, Dolvett Quince, The Biggest Loser always says that. A lot of the people on there have deep-seated issues that they cover up by eating and by masking their feelings. And if you can find healthy ways to deal with the stress, to deal with the issues that are holding you back by not resorting to eating, then you found out the cure that works. A lot of the times you have relapses. And if you can find healthy ways to deal with the stress and the things that may come up in your life, by replacing that with some type of exercise you love, by having a nice hot bath with candles and soft music, by taking a yoga class, or what I do, I go to Zumba, I run a 5K, I go to the gym, or what most people should be doing, talk to somebody. When I feel stressed, I know which of my friends can deal with the issue, and I'll call them up and say, hey, you got a minute to talk. A lot of the times, having somebody to sit with you on the phone and talk about it makes all the difference in the world. Deep breath. So now you're starting to eat better by watching your calories and choosing better foods. You're working with a registered health professional to create a plan that works. You're getting more active by parking farther away from the grocery store, taking the stairs when you can, and choosing a low-intensity activity to start off to build up on. You're sleeping better, you're drinking more water throughout the day, and you're learning to find ways to manage your stress. By doing these 5 simple tasks, which is considered having the knowledge, now that you have the knowledge, you just have to find the inner strength within yourself, the determination, and you have to stay focused. And if you do that by creating this plan of action, you, my friends, will have success in the weight loss world. Now, it won't happen overnight. Let's be honest. It took me 2 years to lose this. And there are many times where I gained weight because of muscle mass getting bigger, or that I had an off day, or that I decided when I went out to eat that I wanted to have the cheesecake instead of the broccoli. And you know what? That's life. But the fact is, I didn't let that one decision ruin the rest of my day. I had the cheesecake, I enjoyed it, yum, 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 and I moved on. And at my next meal, I ate healthy as I usually do. I went for a walk after the meal, and I felt so good for making good choices. Because one bad choice does not ruin the rest of your day. One bad choice means that you're human. And you know what? Sometimes you're allowed to be human. So I hope you learned something from this video and you take something away. You know, it's not about buying into these marketing scams and the latest diet crazes. Gluten-free, quinoa, almond milk, coconut oil, hemp this, none of that stuff is going to save your life. Some of it, yes, has good health benefits, and it's great when you include that into a healthy, balanced meal. You know what? Nothing's perfect out there. So don't think that you're going to find one magical cure that saves your life. Because remember, if it's good enough to cure you of your weight or your diet, it's good enough to hurt you. I'm John, and have a good night, everybody.